Tom Sandoval is a name you probably first heard in the chaotic, drama-laced world of Vanderpump Rules. For over a decade, he's been known as the flashy bartender, the dramatic boyfriend, the style-obsessed instigator, and, more recently, the show's most infamous villain. But behind the Bravo-fueled headlines and scandals is a more complex figure. A musician, an entrepreneur, an actor, and a guy who, love him or hate him, has worked relentlessly to stay relevant in a world that chews people up and spits them out. Born on July 7, 1983 in St. Louis, Missouri, Tom grew up in a working-class family. He was raised in the suburb of Florissant, where he spent his early years playing sports and dreaming of something bigger. Acting and music pulled at him early on. After high school, he made the leap that so many ambitious young dreamers do. He packed his bags and headed west to Los Angeles. The first phase of his LA life wasn't glamorous. Sandoval began his career like many others, struggling. He picked up modeling gigs, tried out for acting roles, and took on side jobs to pay the bills. He landed minor parts in films like Alien Presence and Playing with Fire in the late 2000s. These weren't blockbusters, but they were stepping stones. He was building a resume. He even appeared in several music videos, including Bon Jovi's Misunderstood. But the big break didn't come from Hollywood. It came from Hollywood adjacent. In 2013, Vanderpump Rules premiered on Bravo. A spin-off of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, the show followed the lives of servers and bartenders working at Lisa Vanderpump's restaurant, Sir. Sandoval, with his edgy style, moody personality, and relationship drama, stood out from the start. The show quickly became a pop culture sensation. While some cast members faded into the background, Tom Sandoval leaned in. He brought theatrics, loyalty, and betrayal, all wrapped up in the frame of a guy who looked like he might front an 80s rock band. And eventually, he did. Throughout his early Vanderpump Rules years, Sandoval was known as a guy obsessed with aesthetics. He was the one wearing eyeliner at house parties, flat ironing his hair before shifts, and taking his image as seriously as a rock star takes his sound check. People mocked it, but it was deliberate. He was crafting a brand, and while he was often the butt of the joke, he never stopped performing, even when the cameras stopped rolling. By season 3 or 4, Tom's role in the show began to shift. He wasn't just a cast member, he was a cornerstone. His bromance with Tom Schwartz led to one of Bravo's most iconic duos. Their chemistry, half frat boy, half codependent best friends, was lightning in a bottle. Bravo noticed. Lisa Vanderpump noticed. And so, when the opportunity came to expand the Vanderpump brand into a new restaurant, she brought them in. Thus, TomTom was born. Opened in 2018 in West Hollywood, TomTom became an instant hit. Designed with futuristic decor and a curated cocktail list, it was equal parts trendy bar and TV landmark. Sandoval leaned into his new role as a restaurateur. He helped design the cocktails, attended every opening event, and even traveled to Mexico to train with professional mixologists. For him, it wasn't just about slapping his name on a sign, it was about legitimacy. He wanted to be taken seriously in business. And then came the ban. While fans knew Sandoval dabbled in music, his passion for performing truly exploded with the formation of Tom Sandoval and The Most Extras. The band, launched in 2021, became an outlet for Sandoval's inner rock star. Featuring cover songs from the 80s and 90s, along with original material, the group was bold, loud, and unapologetically theatrical, much like the man himself. Critics rolled their eyes, fans were skeptical, but something surprising happened. The performances were actually good, not just tolerable, good. His voice, while not classically trained, carried an authentic energy. And his charisma on stage, that was undeniable. Whether he was covering a-ha's Take On Me or busting out a Michael Jackson medley, Sandoval gave it his all. Each show became part performance art, part redemption arc. And that's the thing about Tom Sandoval. He's polarizing because he's always trying hard, sometimes too hard, but he tries. He reinvents. He refuses to disappear. That's been especially true in the wake of what fans now call Scandoval. In early 2023, Vanderpump Rules was rocked by the revelation that Tom had cheated on his longtime girlfriend Ariana Madix with their mutual friend and castmate Raquel. the fallout was explosive. Tabloids ran wild. Social media erupted. Ariana's name trended for weeks. Brands pulled away. Fans boycotted TomTom. And Sandoval, once seen as flawed but lovable, became reality TV's most hated man overnight. Most reality stars would crumble under that weight, but Tom didn't disappear. Instead, he leaned in, with bruises visible. He issued apologies, took the heat, and kept performing. His band toured through the storm, and surprisingly, audiences kept showing up. Some came to boo, but many left saying the same thing. I didn't expect him to be that good. In a world where fame is fleeting and cancellation comes fast, Tom Sandoval's ability to endure says something about him and about us. He's not perfect. He's made his share of mistakes, public, painful, and controversial. But he continues to own them while refusing to fade away. His latest viral moment, his live cover of Take On Me, wasn't a gimmick. It was a reminder that beneath the persona, the scandal, and the sequins, there's real talent. Beyond music and TV, Sandoval continues to explore new creative avenues. He's launched a cocktail book, toyed with acting projects, and recently hinted at opening another bar. His social media presence remains strong, and despite the public scrutiny, he seems focused on rebuilding, not just his image, but his life. He's also been vocal about mental health, especially after the events of 2023. In interviews, he's discussed the toll of public shame, the pressure of performing for millions, and the loneliness that can come from always being on. While not everyone accepts his apologies, his willingness to speak openly about pain in a world that thrives on highlight reels offers something rare: vulnerability. Today, Tom Sandoval stands at a crossroads. He's no longer just a reality TV star. He's a business owner, a touring musician, a pop culture figure, and a man navigating the aftermath of choices that almost destroyed everything. Yet in a world where fame is built on illusion, his persistence feels oddly authentic. So what comes next? More music, definitely. More performances, more attempts to rebuild trust, possibly another business venture, and of course, more Vanderpump. Because for all the reinvention, Tom Sandoval knows where he came from. He's not done with Bravo, and Bravo's not done with him. At age 41, Tom Sandoval is no longer the young model hoping for a breakout role. He's a man who's seen both the high and the horrifying sides of fame. His journey, messy, controversial, and unfiltered, mirrors the very reality TV world that made him famous. But unlike many of his peers, he's still here, still showing up, still singing, still trying, and sometimes that's the most human thing of all.